Welcome to the video presentation of my wonderful art shelf. I'm going to try to make this as clear and slow as possible so that it makes sense. So it stands 7.5 feet tall. It goes almost right to the top of the ceiling here, and it's actually drilled into the wall right at the top. Behind here I've got two screws holding it right into the wall, and I'm going to show you the router I used to cut these shelves here. This is my handy router here, and the bits I used to make my cuts, take this off here, was primarily this here, which is a 3/4 inch straight router bit, 3/8 of an inch router bit, and for the rounder cuts for like the pencils I used for the pencil holders, this is a 3/8 router bit, and for the wider round cuts for like my pastels, this is a 1/2 inch rounded nose here. So for when I was making the straight cuts, for example this shelf here, I would make 2 passes. Let's see if I can get this closer here. I would make, because this is wider than 3/4 of an inch, I would have to make a few passes for the wider spaces, and I'll show you my ruler I have. This is my plastic ruler here. I would use this as a guide to slide my router against when I was making my cuts. So as you will see, I had to make many cuts to accomplish what I was trying to do here. I'll get my flashlight because the lighting is not so great. So if you can see on the inside here, I had to make I made about 50 cuts going up each side of the shelf, and the slots are about 1.5 inches apart from each other. 1.5 inches apart from each other, which is just barely the width of 2 shelves to slide in. 4 of these shelves are secured all the way around to hold it together, and the other 16 are completely removable. So I'll show you how I've got this organized. Right at the very bottom I've got my primers, my oils, some glues, first one on the bottom I've got my Prismacolor pencil crayons. I tried to organize them all with the same color. I started with white to yellow to orange to red, then purple to blues to greens to browns to blacks. Let's see that. Now I've got some sticks here. So this was cut using a round 3/8 bit here for this shelf, and basically I can hold about 20 pencils in each row, and I can get about 1, 2, 4 rows across the pencils. So this shelf was just using straight router bits, so these are not individually held pencils. I just slide 4 or 5 into each row with the same color scheme here. These are my watercolor pencils. These are my pastel pencils. These are each individually held. The space of the router bit is, I think it's a 1/2 inch. I did this too wide. You can see there's a pretty big space between these pencils. So this shelf here is solid. I can't remove this. It's holding it together. I've got my tape and other adhesives and shoelace, some Kleenex in case I have to blow my nose. I'm getting to the paints here. So I try to keep the same color scheme, which I didn't really do at this one actually. These are my acrylics here. So I've got a row 6 rows, which can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 each going across. My oil paints. I start white to black, brown to green, going backwards this time. And colors. This is part 2 of my oils. They end up at yellow. Top left. The next shelf is solid. Here I've just got a bunch of pens, and these are for blending. You can use blending paints or pastels. Some of my highlighters. Moving up to my markers here. Just straight cut again. More markers here. Same idea, they hold 3 or 4 in each row. Grabbing a step here because it's getting too high for me to reach without it. Okay, my next row is my pencil crayons. So dark up here, I don't want it. I'm shining this light here, and it's still not very bright. See? Oh, I can't get enough light in here. My pencils, individually cut round. This is my graphite here. Got my sticks and boxes. Can't even see these pencils here, it's so dark. Stupid thing.